Oh, what's good, everybody? Welcome into Early Edge Live as we count down to the start of Week 17. What the hell was that? Week 17 and Thursday night football. Tonight means a lot, sort of. You got the Dallas Cowboys at, let me check my notes, 11-4, but very much still alive for the number one seed. Yes, the number one seed. The NFC East title or positioning for their wild card. For the Titans, they're still alive for the division, and tonight really means nothing. They're starting Josh Dobbs. Yes, Josh Dobbs at quarterback tonight. Malik Willis will be the backup. So what do? We got to bring in our Nashville experts. We got to bring in our Titans experts. We got to bring in our betting experts. So you know, if Noah Stanley's in the chat and he says AB better show his face, well, damn it, AB is showing his face. First and foremost, live from Nashville, Tennessee, 8 floors below. AB, our 5-tool player. What's good, man?
Hey, what's good, Coach? What's good? See ya. Props, everybody in the Early Edge chat. Noah, my man. Good to see you there, too. Look, we've been working hard, man. Clean up Josh Dobbs' new locker, get his jersey pressed, everything ready for him. He's good to go.
Woo. All right, next. Oh, he is the counselor of cash, and you've already heard him earlier today. If you tune in to the prop shop, a little special guest, seeing his job. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Tough scene for Malik Willis getting replaced by Lou Dobbs, political commentator and media personality. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just being told it's Joshua Dobbs. Actually, I think Joshua Dobbs could have a decent game tonight. Stay tuned.
Wow, that's quite the tease. Now, today we had a really big audience on the prop shop that I almost screwed up, but alas, I didn't. And the man is back here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the, if not the greatest props bettor in America today. Prop stars. Alex, good evening, sir.
Coach, good evening. Cousin Sia, AB. Look at AB, clean shaven there. I can tell he was excited for this appearance tonight on the stream, obviously. So I'm pumped. We've got Noah in chat. We've got the Cousin Sia. We've got you, Coach. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Let's jump right in because we got several best bets. Now, tonight is one of those nights because of the late change of quarterback, because Derrick Henry not playing, maybe not a lot of opportunities, but still perhaps, Alex,
plenty of opportunities, Coach.
You're damn right. So let's start with our best bets right now. And I do want to start with a prop. Get your paper out and your pencil. As soon as Sia gives this out, you know it's going to move. As soon as he gives it out, you know it's going to move. Sia, start us off.
So this is interesting because this is a line that's been stable the whole day, and I thought it might move up a yard or two. I understand why it hasn't, however. I've got Treylon Burks over 24.5 receiving yards. It's something I alluded to when I dropped in on the prop shop earlier today. Listen, this is a situation where at some point, Joshua Dobbs, who, by the way, is slated for 155.5 passing yards, and you got to wonder where that's going to go, right? This is a guy who had the second most snaps of any Titans wide receiver last week, which is super encouraging on multiple levels. One, the obvious one, second most snaps of any wide receiver. And two, he was coming off a concussion. So that was sort of his first game back, getting his legs under him. He ran plenty of routes with those snaps, by the way. And again, I think we're going to see a situation where we have a negative game script and Dobbs having to key in on, listen, he has other targets, Okonkwo, Austin Hooper, of course, Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, Robert Woods. But I think they're going to design some plays for Treylon Burks, whether that's in the short area, wide receiver screen game, or whether that's in just scramble mode with Joshua Dobbs, because this is a guy that has some speed. He ran a 4.6 40 in the combine. He has some speed. He has some elusiveness to him, which we saw in the preseason when he played with Cleveland. So I think he can break the pocket, buy some time, and maybe hit Treylon Burks on a couple of long plays. So 24.5, it's a very modest number. And I think Treylon Burks, I think they're going to design more stuff for him than any of the other receivers. So I like his over 24.5 receiving yards.
Caddy Daddy says, I love it, Sia. I have it laddered up to 50 yards. Let's cash that ticket. Is that a little too high to ladder? You like it?
No, I mean, I don't know what he's getting at 50 yards in terms of what the price is, but no, this is the type of guy that can get loose. He has yak ability for sure. Again, this is the guy that was supposed to replace AJ Brown. Now, is he the replacement for AJ Brown? Of course not, but he certainly has some potential after the snap. And some of these Dallas cornerbacks, they do take chances, and it could be a chance where Treylon Burks really truly gets loose. So I could see it.
You just say Diggs takes chances for what? What are you talking about?
No, he's the best defensive back in the league. Just ask him.
Just ask. Yeah. All right. That's our first best bet. Loving it already. Now, by the way, Dickie Savage is giving you props for your live betting the last couple of days. If you follow my guy, then you've been cashing tickets live in game. I tell you that all the time. I don't just speak to hear myself speak. All right. Now, up next. And if you followed our soccer guys today, by the way, then tonight should be house money. They are crushing it. So this next bet, I already doubled it, Proppy, because not only are you giving it out, but I am playing with house money because I love my guys, and I'm cashing left and right in every sport. So what are we going to cash tonight in the end zone, perhaps?
Yeah, Coach. I love Dak Prescott over 1.5 touchdown passes. Breaking down this game, looking at the entire surface area of all these props, this is by far the one I felt most comfortable with. Dak's really looking good. He's in command of this Dallas offense. Obviously had that hand injury early in the season. Kind of took him a little time to get back into the flow of things, but looks like really, really good right now. He's cleared this in 7 of his last 8 games as well. I think this is really safe against the Titans, who are one of the biggest pass funnels in the NFL this season. I think he has a great chance of actually eclipsing this in the first half even. I'd play this one up to about -145, -150. If it's anything juicier than that, I'd lay off, but I think Dak's definitely going to throw 2 touchdowns tonight, Coach.
Yeah, we have to remember, because sometimes there's a narrative. By the way, for those of you in the chat, a little special bonus for you. M Squared, Mikey is there right now. You have any questions for him? Go ahead. He will answer them in real time. We've got to lose the narrative that the Titans will get shut out tonight. They will score, and they will figure it out. And we have to lose the narrative that Dallas is just going to sit on the ball and win 6-0. That's not going to happen either. So me and AB went together today. We're almost like little synergy, him and I, with our straight bets. Mine, very, very simple. I think Dallas, I don't want to worry about the big spread. So I think Dallas will put the gas pedal down from the start and not let it up till they're well over 28 points. So I'm going to go first half 14. And for the game, over 27. I like it up to 28, but not past 28. That extra hook makes all the difference. AB, you like my halftime, and then you've got 3 other picks. Go ahead and give them to us.
Yes, sir. I love the way you're thinking in the first half here. Look, we're going to go Cowboys first half team total, but we're going to buy it down 13.5 at -130. Again, you at 14. I love that. We're just going to do it here now. Understand what we put out on Twitter. I feel like there's no betting show in America that is going to break down the Titans backups better than this show right here. So I said, I am hitting at minimum 75% of these picks. So 3 out of 4. And if I don't, we will pick 2 people in the chat, and I'll send $50 to each one of them. So just write coach in the chat right now to get yourself eligible. But yes, Cowboys first half team total over 13.5. They want to get started early. Just cut the head off the snake right out of the gate. Don't mess around. Don't chew your food. Just go score some points. I think Cowboys are going to do it in the first half tonight. We're also going to play Cowboys in the second half. Team total over 12.5. That's right, 12.5. It's a point lower, -125, because quite frankly, they can't let their foot off the gas either. They've had mistakes the last few weeks in second half. They're going to have to keep going. Titans second half team total over 6.5. That's right. Their team total is 6.5. It's at -130, but the Titans will get some garbage points there in the second half, especially if Dallas is blowing them out. Then lastly, all right, we're playing CeeDee Lamb over 71.5 receiving yards. And let me tell you why. The Titans defense, pass defense, you heard Props just break it down here in terms of being a pass funnel. They are the 4th worst in the NFL in regards to guarding slot wide receivers. The problem? CeeDee Lamb is the best slot wide receiver in the NFL. The last 2 weeks in the slot, he's had 18 passes thrown at him. He's caught 18 passes for over 200 yards, touchdowns. Our man is a beast. You can see it right there. He's the best in the league at it. If the Cowboys want to go, dude, CD could go for 300 yards tonight if he really wanted to. It all depends on the script and how they go about it, but we're going to play it over 71.5. And lastly, Snake, if you could bring the 4 screen up, because I've got some good news here. You remember on the prop shop today, our man Rob D asked, is there any way I could get some tickets for the Titans game tonight?
You did,
our man Our man has 2 tickets, lower level, 7th row. He's taken his mom as a present. Yep. So our man Rob D is going to send us some pictures from the game tonight. So awesome move for him.
Wow. So he paid the $400 per ticket that you were asking, huh? Maybe. That is crazy. By the way, if you are betting on Florida State, you might as well punt on that game right now. They just dropped a touchdown. Jordan Travis looks like he hurt his ankle. It's just all going bad right now for Florida State and the over.
It's so surprising, too. They had an unbelievable second half of the season. Bowl games are crazy. Just crazy. Crazy. So, well,
never say never. Never say never. Now, we got other props we need to talk about tonight because on the one side of things, and Alex, I'm going to start with you because we've already been in the prop shop today. You've been in the lab. And when you look at one side, some of these numbers for the Titans receivers are obscenely low. Other than Treylon Burks, we already gave out. Okonwu, 23.5. Robert Woods, 28.5. Nick Westbrook, 21.5. Austin Hooper, 20.5. There's got to be somebody, as C already said, that's going to catch balls tonight. Who else do you think could have a night for the Titans?
Yeah, we're speculating as far as props go on Tennessee. Obviously, we haven't. Dobbs has only played 20 career snaps over the past 3 seasons. What I do know is inexperienced quarterbacks tend to lean heavily on their tight ends. The security blankets, their ADOTs are close to the line of scrimmage where they have a high success rate throwing those types of passes. So I'm looking at Okonkwo. I'm also looking at Hooper. Okonkwo has really flashed this year. AB and I talk about this guy all the time. I think he's one of the more explosive, athletic, playmaking tight ends in the NFL. Has a ton of that yak ability that I always mention. Really like Okonkwo, so I think he's got a good shot to go over. I'd also look at his longest reception, and I think Austin Hooper, he's just got a reliable set of hands. The coaching staff is comfortable with him on the field, and I definitely think Dobbs could work with the tight end. So those are 2 guys I have my eye on.
Can I add in one thing? Can I add in one thing real quick?
Go for it. We're talking backups. Let's go.
In warm-ups, all right, exactly what Props was just talking about. Josh Dobbs out there for about 25 minutes, okay, throwing different guys. 21 of those minutes were to Austin Hooper. So keep your eye on him tonight. That could absolutely be his safety valve. Props is 100% spot on.
Educate and entertain, ladies and gentlemen. Who else is doing the work for you? Who else is doing the work for you? Nobody, I say, except for us. Now, let me come to you because there are some boosts. And some of them are good, some of them are bad, but we have to address them. Matt says Dak to throw at least 200 yards, CD 55 plus. That's even money. Even money. Thoughts?
I think it's okay. I mean, I expect them both to have at least decent games, which 255 for CD, I mean, that's decent, but even money, I like it. It's just I'm not in love with it by any means. I mean, there certainly is a game script where Dak still gets those 2 touchdowns that Alex talked about, but he has 190 yards because he just doesn't need to push the ball down the field. And I think what that really implicates is the Dallas defense and Joshua Dobbs. How good is this Dallas defense in terms of maybe converting turnovers to touchdowns or setting up short fields? If that happens, then you're not going to see a lot from Dak in the passing game. So it's just one of those things where I'm a little weary about it, but do I expect both of those guys to hit those numbers? The answer is yes.
Okay. Very, very good. Let me come back to you, Alex, because tonight, not only is Derrick Henry not playing on one side, but the Cowboys' best running back, yes, I said it, their best running back, Tony Pollard, he also will not be suiting up. So Ezekiel Elliott, his number right now is 74.5. I don't even have a combo number for him. He has scored a touchdown, by the way, in 8 straight games and has 10 rushing touchdowns since week 6. Your thought on Zeke?
This is a tough matchup for Zeke. Yes, the Titans are banged up. Yes, their offense is essentially their practice squad team. But looking at this Titans defense, their run defense is legit. They're second in rushing DVOA, first in EPA allowed per rush. That is the strength of this Tennessee football team, especially when Jeffrey Simmons is active in that interior for Tennessee. They have been the best run defense in the NFL this season. We've seen Zeke struggle from an efficiency standpoint. Yes, I like him from a volume-based perspective, but he's going to find it really tough to run on Tennessee tonight. So don't love his yards, actually. I'd look to attack him if we had a rushing attempts line, more volume-based in comparison to his yards. So Zeke's going to struggle on the ground tonight.
All right, Glenn's telling me that it has come down all the way to 63.5 on FanDuel. I know it's been around in those 10 yards. So they're probably paying attention to what Prop Stars is saying. By the way, I knew it. Thank you, C Breezy. I knew that boost was too good to be true. Alex is one of those $10 ones you always talk about. That's why it looked good. I hate those. God, I hate those. All right, AB, let me come back to you because you talk about knowing the backups. You talk about what Tennessee can do tonight. From a team total perspective, I don't believe I've ever seen team totals lower than what we see tonight for the entire game. 13. I know you're playing either a quarter or the second half for them, but from a team total, would you play the under for the game at 13 or risk and just sprinkle a little on the over?
I'd go with the over, right? So, yeah, I'm going second half, team total over 6.5, but you're talking about 13.5 for their team total for the game. Yeah, I would, because, look, if the normal game script of what we think is going to happen, that the Cowboys blow them out, you've got a lot of opportunities for garbage points, especially in the second half. Now, the first half for the Titans could be an adjustment period here, right? I mean, Josh Dobbs legitimately has been here for 8 days, so there could be, some hiccups there, right? But that being said, understand why Josh Dobbs is starting over Malik Willis tonight, okay? He's starting because Ryan Tannehill was just placed on injured reserve, meaning that next week in Week 18, when the Titans play the Jaguars for the division title, this is essentially a tryout for Josh Dobbs to start next week, okay? So they're going to give him every opportunity to run, throw, do anything, because if it works, you've got a starter next week into the playoffs. If it doesn't work, who cares? So you just cut him, right? It doesn't matter, right? So the Titans are going to give him every opportunity to do it. Watch his legs. I've seen this kid since he was recruited in high school, played at Tennessee, obviously. I know this guy from the back of my head. He can run, move, throw. Long story short, over 13.5. They'll score some points.
I cannot tell you how disappointed I am. Eric as well. He says, AB, come on. It's not opportunities. It's opportunities.
I keep messing that up. That's bad.
I know. Come on. Alex first, and I'm coming to see you. Alex, what do you got, big boy?
Yeah, I just wanted to piggyback on AB's point regarding the Titans team total and this Dallas defense. This Dallas defense has really cratered over the last month. They're giving up nearly 28 points per game, and that includes opponents like the Texans and the Colts. So this hasn't been the same Dallas defense that was probably the best defensive unit over the first 10 weeks of the season. They're really struggling. I think this Titans team has enough talent and enough playmakers to move the ball on Dallas's defense tonight.
Okay. See you. What do you got?
Well, it's funny. My partner in crime on FFT DFS just made my point for me in the chat. So while we have Joshua Dobbs only with the Titans coming from the Detroit Lions practice squad and then Cleveland prior to that for only 8 days on the Titans. But this is a smart kid. Alan mentioned his legs, but this is a guy who majored in aerospace engineering at Tennessee. And oh, by the way, maintained a 4.0 GPA while doing it. So if there is a quarterback to absorb some semblance of a playbook within 8 days, it's Joshua Dobbs. And again, to Alex's point, he is going up against the defense that is a little susceptible now, especially with some of the injuries that they've had. So listen, I'm not saying Joshua Dobbs is going to have a prolific game. I'm not saying he's a prolific quarterback. I'm saying it's not as dire as a situation as perhaps it seems on the surface.
Were you guys study partners? See ya.
Well, he actually didn't really qualify in my advanced placement classes. I was more in like the 4-6 area, but I always saw him in the hallways. A very nice guy, extremely nice.
I want to be in the room when you tell your family, "Yep, I'm throwing that law degree out the window. I want to hang out with these 3 idiots every single week."
And don't forget either that Josh Dobbs is legitimately a hero in the state of Tennessee. Like every single person that's a Titans fan will be cheering their tails off for this dude. They love Josh Dobbs. I'm telling you, man, like he'll get a lot of love. He'll feed off that. The dude he's more athletic than people think.
And the MVP of the 2016 Music City Bowl. See, we all do our homework. Josh Dobbs does his homework, but we do our homework as well.
Yeah.
All right. So, we like to have a lot of fun here at the show, correct? Is that right, gentlemen? So many of you know I've been announcing the last couple of days, and we're very close to making this go live. We're going to have an Early Edge charity Venmo account that everybody will be able to donate into. And if you have a really good week or a really good day and you want to pay it forward, all the money at the end of the year will be given to St. Jude, and I want that check to be humongous. So with that being said, see ya. Joe in the chat wants a showdown with you for St. Jude. But when you lose, you have to wear a tank top on the next episode.
Well, okay. So unfortunately, he's not the one with the law degree. So I can actually do that while maintaining what I'm wearing right now. It's a very precise language he would have had to have used, which he didn't.
True. No,
he didn't. And he now cannot correct that. So I suppose, what is this, for the Treylon Burks prop?
I'm assuming that's what he wants. Yes.
I mean, okay, let's have some fun.
Okay. So I believe you're in. So I think you just need to confirm it by saying one thing. See ya.
Play the music.
It's gonna be a showdown.
Oh, it might be even better to see Sia with a tank top over the shirt all the way.
You know, the funniest part about it is that the two people that are in the best shape of all of us are Coach and Sia. Like, if Sia wore a tank top out here, like, YouTube might have to shut it down, dude. It would just be Gun City, man.
All right, so Joe, you know the drill. You got to pay by midnight. What's the number we're going with? Let me look at my notes. 24.5 on Treylon Burks. That is the showdown. And Joe, if you win, Sia will donate. I guess you'll be the first one because we have a couple that want to, but it hasn't even gone live yet. We'll donate his $100 straight into the brand new St. Jude Early Edge charity account. I just love saying it. I'm so excited about adding this to what we're doing for 2023. Sia, thank you very much for taking that showdown. Now, we have talked about every prop just about. We knew the show was going to be a little bit shorter because on one side, there really isn't much to play on. So let me do this before we get into the gym. There's no donkey tonight because there's really not a whole ton of props. Does anybody have anybody else that they would like to talk about or hit on before we do the gym? AB, go for it.
Yes, I do. All right. Everyone, also, we spoke about in regards to Austin Hooper, the Titans tight end, keeping an eye on him. I want you to also keep an eye on a gentleman named Julius Chestnut. He is the third, fourth string running back here for the Titans. That being said, there's no Derrick Henry, all right? So Hassan Haskins is going to be your RB1. RB2 is going to be a guy named Julius Chestnut. If you can find any props in regards to over on his rushing yards or rushing attempts, take them because they'll be super low. This is a dude who Mike Vrabel loves. He's tough as nails. He's basically Mike Vrabel, but shorter and a running back. And he loves him. He will get a ton of opportunities in the second half of this game. And the dude can go. So just keep an eye on Julius Chestnut.
All right. I think real quick, and I'm coming to both of you. I think I'm staring at a prop that I've never stared at before. How much? Can anybody guess what my rushing prop in my book for Malik Davis is at 31.5?
Minus 170.
Yeah.
I would love it at minus 170. Minus 347. And the under is plus 242.
They couldn't move that number a little bit.
I can't.
I know.
Why even post it? I don't even know. I'm telling you. I'm going to take a screenshot because I got to show you. I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy. All right, Alex, what do you got, big boy?
Yeah, I think Dalton Schultz is worth a look tonight, especially if there's anytime touchdown prop. You can find that around plus 245. Tennessee has been just brutal covering opposing tight ends. Dak is very comfortable with Dalton Schultz, especially when he gets into that red zone area. So I personally sprinkled a little bit on his anytime touchdown prop, which I definitely think is worth a look.
All right. See you. Talk to me.
Anytime touchdoon, you say? I don't know. Maybe your first touchdown might be in play, but we'll have to stay tuned for that. Real quick, this is just, we're just talking here, but T.Y. Hilton over 11.5 receiving yards. We saw him get a couple targets and a catch last week, and it's just one of those things in this type of game. Do you try to integrate T.Y. Hilton a little bit into the game plan just to get him some reps? I think the answer is yes. So, I don't actually hate that prop. Obviously, he's not going to get a lot of opportunity here, but we could see a few passes go his way. I think 11.5 is a pretty modest number considering the game script here.
Okay, very good. Chat question, and I think I know the answer to this one from Brian. Does AB smoke weed? He gets deep into the props and weird stats. I think that's a heavy
Well,
yes.
I was going to say, no, we don't, but I do love getting down on some wild stats. So I'll tell you that. Like, it's kind of just – look, I live alone. I'm not married. I don't have a family. Like, the stats are just kind of like, that's basically my kids.
What?
Yeah.
What? You don't have a family? You don't have a family? That hurts, AB. That hurts.
I have my early edge.
That hurts. And we're not.
Dude, you guys should all come and live with me. That would be great.
In the
Yes,
janitor's
please.
closet?
Yeah. We got plenty of room.
Everybody that's married is like, yes.
Yeah.
Everybody with
And can I?
kids, both hands.
Dude,
I-
you can have
I'm on-
upstairs, you can
I'm
have
booking it
downstairs.
right now.
Do whatever you want.
He's like, I'll pay all the rent. I don't care.
Yeah,
Just
don't worry
let
about
me
that.
stay for a week and shut my phone off. Oh my God, you guys are the best. Okay, well, you never did answer the. I got it. By the way, Florida State did score, so it's 18-17. So there's a lot in play, but we'll see how that continues to go. All right, it is that time of the show as we creep towards the top of the hour. Today's going to be a little bit shorter of a show. A lot of our guys have been working a lot of hours for the holidays. And we're going to do the gym, meaning our guys dive deep trying to figure out who could score the first touchdown of the game. It's a lot of fun, but also they take it very serious too. So you should at home. Now, Proppy, we're looking for 3 times. We only got 2 weeks left and then the playoffs. Okay? So you're looking for a 3-time ticket. So start us off, big boy. Who do you like tonight for the gym?
I went full chalk, coach. We're going Hassan Haskins plus 1,000. It's very rare to find a starting running back playable within this range of plus 1,000 odds or better. So give me Hassan Haskins. If Tennessee's able to move the ball, he's got a great shot. Dallas is a big run funnel to plunge into the end zone, giving me my 3rd entry into the club, coach.
I'll be honest with you. Any Titans prop, I can't believe it's not higher than plus 1,000. I just can't believe it. That tells me he's going to get the ball all the time. All right. You guys are so funny in the chat. All right. Up next, AB was the next this year to get into the club. AB, who do you like tonight?
Yep. So I'll tell you this real quick on what props had for Hassan Haskins. Yeah, not only running the football, watch him wheel route left. I'm telling you, keep an eye on it. Watch it. They throw to him in the end zone. He's going to get opportunities for sure. I'm going Noah Brown plus 1,300 pretty much because Dalton Schultz, Michael Gallup, they were already taken, right? So Noah Brown's your next best option. It's over plus 1,000. But look, honestly, Noah Brown could get open because, quite frankly, the Titans defense probably forgets about him, that he's out there, and they just hit him and he goes. So, yeah, I'm going Noah Brown 1,300.
Okay. By the way, Rick says, I'm down with living with AB too. No mother-in-laws. Rick, truer words have never been spoken.
Come on, bro.
Truer words have never been spoken.
I've got liquor and everything, dude. Just have whatever you want, man. Come on.
How's that mother-in-law situation with you going? See ya? You're up next.
Oh, man. I have stories for days. Actual days. But it's not my mother-in-law. It's the other. It's the reverse of that situation.
Gotcha.
Oh, man. We could do a whole show on it. I'm actually not joking. It's pretty sad. Okay, so here we go. I'm taking the guy who's slotted for the most receiving yards outside of CeeDee Lamb, not just for Dallas, but including the Tennessee Titans, of course. It's Dalton Schultz, who, for the record, is slotted for on DraftKings, which is where I'm looking right now, 39.5 receiving yards. He's plus 1,200. I think that's a great number. Just real quick, since I haven't done pop culture in like 4 or 5 of these takes, I do want to note he was born, Dalton Schultz, that is, July 11th, 1996. The number 1 song on that day, July 11th, 1996, was How Do You Want It? California Love, Tupac. So in honor of Tupac, I'm going to hit my second first touchdown score, my second gem. And when I do, I want you all to close your eyes and picture me rolling into Club Cachet.
And I actually live in California. It's all about California love. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. Hey, Snake, show your face. Where you at? Hot Shot is behind the sticks. Just taking it. Oh, look at you. You're all in the holiday spirit. Is that a Christmas tree behind you, Snake?
That is a Christmas tree behind me. Yeah.
Wow.
Dude,
Okay. I know that's not.
club.
That's not his. That's not his place. We know that.
No, absolutely not. I couldn't
tiny
afford.
ones.
I couldn't afford a ceiling that high. So I had to go with Michael Gallup plus 1,200 because as AB said, Sia really has nothing to do during the day before prime time of games, I guess, because he was waiting around for the email and got Schultz. Pollard out. If you don't get Schultz, Gallup was the next best one, plus 1,200. I'll take it.
Oh. Summer says, what does Sia know about picture me rolling? OG, Sia.
Hey,
what do you know?
Let's talk about it. It's a whole separate show.
I bet you were that kid that you could roll with every group in the school and you could adjust yourself depending on that group. That's who you were, right?
That's 100% correct. For the record, and I say for the record, almost ironically, that's what makes somebody a good trial attorney, which I was for 13 years, because you have a jury that you need to talk to, and they are different from you, and they are different from the person that they are sitting next to. So it's one of those things. If you can kind of, just reason with them on their level or they're yours, then you are in pretty good shape.
All right. I like that. Brian says, I love the fam. CAB, people call us a family. AB, Coach, Sia, Proppy, and even Jake the Snake. What do you mean even? He's a huge part of our family now. Even Jake the Snake. All right. Now, we have just crossed the top of the hour, 8 o'clock on the east or 5 o'clock in California, Lovin', where I'm sitting right now, where it's gorgeous every single day. 75, that's cold for us. I'm sorry. But for those of you just dropping in right now at the top of the hour, welcome. This is the Early Edge live. We're counting down to Thursday Night Football. We're going to do our best bets, and then we're getting the hell out of Dodge and enjoying the game. And speaking of in-laws, I'm taking my in-laws out to dinner tonight. That's how much I don't care about this game in watching it, because it could be ugly. So let's throw up the best bets, 15 seconds or less. See ya. You've got a showdown with Joe on this play. Sell it.
Yeah, I like Treylon Burks over 24.5 receiving yards. Listen, I'll concede that this is a bit speculative. There's a lot of targets for the Titans, and there's not going to be a lot of targets to go around with Joshua Dobbs as the quarterback. But I do think there will be a focal point, particularly focusing on next week with their prize rookie, allegedly supposed to take the place of A.J. Brown, coming off an injury 2 weeks ago. I think 24.5 is pretty modest, especially when you have a quarterback that can run around and buy some time for their star receiver.
I love it. That's a great place to start. We all played it live here on the show. Now, Prop Stars, I also played yours before you gave it out, because I know what happens. It's probably minus 150 now because you're so damn good. Talk to me.
Yeah, I like Dak Prescott over 1.5 passing touchdowns. Tennessee, one of the biggest pass funnels in the NFL. Very stout run defense. Dak's also eclipsed this in 7 of his last 8 games. Looks to be in a really good rhythm right now. Give me over 1.5 touchdown passes.
And that's going to lead right into my 2 plays. And this is all about Dallas needing to score and understanding they've blown a lot of leads this year. They're not taking any chances with the number 1 seed on the line, with the NFC East title still up for grabs. First half team total over 14. I do not like 14.5 if your book has it. I like anything below that than anything up to and including 28 for the game, minus 130. AB, bring us home.
Yes, sir. We're going CeeDee Lamb over 71.5 receiving yards. We're going Cowboys first half team total over 13.5. Cowboys second half team total over 12.5. Titans second half team total over 6.5. And one final, all right, $5 to the charity bucket. Me and Props do this every week. Chig, all right. Okakongwu, I think I said that horribly, but our man Chig for the Titans, tight end, he gets a pass thrown his way in the first drive. If it doesn't, $5 to the charity bucket from me.
In the first drive.
He'll get a pass thrown his way. It does every week.
Are we going off of ESPN.com? It has to show a target. CBSSports.com.
Yes.
All right. It has to have a target. $5 into those $5 are going to add up throughout the year. I like it. Daniel says Coach is getting pissed for the in-laws dinner. I'll be 100% transparent with you. We all love watching sports anyway. You throw in the bets on top of it. Yes, I don't care what night it is. It's very difficult to go out for dinner in our lives. Sometimes you got to do it, right, boys? Sometimes you got to do it. Thank God for cell phones. Because you can imagine, remember 25 years ago, 1996, see ya? Oh, you're like running to the TV. You're running somewhere. Newspaper. What's the score? All right. Now, we like to end every one of our shows asking my cappers, my crew, my fam, what's the number one most important thing they're looking forward to tonight? And this could be any answer with this matchup. See ya. Start us off.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to seeing Joshua Dobbs. I feel like this is one of the good guys in the NFL that we've just never heard of. And this is maybe his final chance to prove himself on some sort of NFL level. And he's only had 8 days to prepare with this team. I just think that's a really interesting dynamic, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it plays out.
Alex, talk to me.
I'm curious how aggressive Kellen Moore and Mike McCarthy are devising this game plan for Dallas. No teams have been successful running against Tennessee. No Tony Pollard tonight. We've seen the Cowboys really be conservative. I think we could see them open up the offense a little bit early in the game, especially while the game is still competitive. So I really want to see Dallas's offense on full effect, and I want to see Dak air it out tonight.
All right, Mr. Nashville, Mr. Titan, Mr. Everything Backup. Bring us home, AB.
Yes, sir. All right. I want to see the quarterback situation. Can Josh Dobbs play well enough to be the starter in Week 18 for a playoff spot against the Jaguars? That will come down to the Titans' left tackle. His name is Dennis Daly. Watch him. He's the worst tackle in the history of football. It's an insane person. I'm telling you, watch it. Also, Brian Minnie in the chat. Much love as well, brother.
All right. Do not forget tomorrow, if you played in the chat, then you want to tune into Early Edge Live at 10 a.m. Eastern time to see if you won $50 cold hard cash. And here, there are never any strings attached. And if there are, come call me. Come find me. I'll get rid of those strings. We don't do that here. We just give it to you because we love the fact that you take the time on a holiday week. You want to spend so much time with your family and the in-laws, but you come here. I get it. There's only one thing left to do now, and I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these Thursday night tickets straight to the pay window for my entire crew. Love them all. See you, Najad, the counselor of cash. Probably 2 times. AB, our 5-tool player. Jake the Snake, just doing work in random people's houses. I am the coach. We're here every primetime game. Damn it, we love it. I can't believe there's only 2 weeks left, but we're going to be here until the end of time because that's what we do at the Early Edge. Good luck.